Hello, students. Are we ready for the next problem? Sure we are. All right, let's read it. It says, a teacher made an experiment by dropping an object from a height of 10 meters. 4 of his students recorded the time it took to touch the ground. So we have 4 students. Those are the times that they recorded. So let's see what is it that the question is asking me to do. It says, which of the following are ordered from the lowest to the longest time? So I do want to order, right? And I want to order them from lowest to longest time. Let's see if we can use some other words for lowest. So for lowest, of course, you're thinking about low, right? What is the opposite of low? High, very good. What's the next one? What about another word for low? Think about number line. Yes, it will be from left to right. Very good. Okay, so let's see how is it that I'm going to place this on the number line, right? So this is from left to right. Okay, if you notice, my numbers have all different kind of numbers, right? I got decimals, fractions, even square roots. So what I need to do first is I need to change all the seconds into the same unit. So I'm going to choose decimals, of course. So let's write them down over here. So 1.7 is the same as, of course, 1.7. Nothing changed in that. 1 and 3/5. You're going to change that to what? 1.6. Very good. Okay. Next number is square root of 3. That would change to 1 point what? 73. At this point, you're gonna notice that some of my numbers have 1 digit after the decimal, some have 2. So the easiest things for us to do is just place a 0. And now they're gonna all look the same, right? And the last one is 16 over 9, which means 16 divided by 9. Very good. And my decimal for that is 1.77. Are we ready to put them in the number line? Well, first of all, do you have any negative numbers? No, right? Okay. I know what you're thinking, Miss, I don't need a number line. I know how to place them already. Yes, you might be able to do it like that. Even if you think about money, right? Like $1.70, $1.60, $1.73, $1.77. So if you think about money, we're going to put the word money. Wouldn't that be cents? So what would be the smallest one here? What would be the least amount of money that we have? Right? What's the least? $1.70 or $1.60? Which one is it? Very good. $1.60, right? After that, what's next? $1.73? No, right? $1.70. Very good. And then the next one would be $1.73 and $1.77. So if you want to think about money, that's a very good way to do it, right, guys? But I would like to do that number line as well. So let me give you a couple of seconds for you guys to do a number line. So let's place the numbers on the number line. So I always start with the very first one in my list, which is $1.70, right? So if this is $1.70, and remember, this is all the length that I can use. There's no right or wrong place to put it. So I'm going to say this is my 1.70. At the same time, I want you to tell me what's the equivalent for that. And I'm going to put it right on the top, which is 1.7. I'm going to change the color, okay? So what about the next one? So check mark that I did 170. What's the next one? 160, right? So 1.60 is it what? To the right or to the left? Very good. It's to the left. So I'm going to put it right here. 60, right? 1.60, and what's the equivalent for that? 1 3/5. Very good. Okay, put a check mark that we did that one. Then $1.73. Well, this is $1.60, $1.70, so $1.73 needs to be more to the right. So I like to do it like this, so in that way I'm not thinking about what's the least number, okay? And the equivalent for that is square root of 3. Got that? And the last number that I have is $1.77, which is where? Between 170 and 173? No, right? You're counting. So this would be 1.77. And what is the equivalent for that? 16 over 9. Or 16 divided by 9. Is that correct? So let me go back to the question. How is the question asking you to find? It says, which of the following are ordered from what? Lowest to longest. So from left to right. So let me put the word left over here. And this is the word right. So I want to find what's the number that is further to the left on my number line. Is that right? So what number is further to the left? Well, I do see it up here. It's 1 3/5. Is that right? Now we do have almost all of them at 1 3/5. But what's the next one? 1.70. So that kind of crosses out somebody, right? Letter D doesn't have 1.70 on that one. So basically, all you're doing is you're trying to find the numbers from left to right. So you kind of follow this pattern on the top. Is that right? So yeah, the answer for this one, should it be answer choice B? You're right. So let's highlight this one. You can circle it. Very good. So, just to ask you a question, are you wondering how come students ended up with a different time even though they recorded the same object? Well, we have to consider that it is possible that not all the students started recording at the same time. Therefore, their recording time might be a little bit different from each other, right? Just a small clarification on that.